Hi friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Julia Masalska and this is Made. Today I would like to present to you part 3 of a 4-part series on my branding process. Feel free to check out part 1 and part 2 before you watch this video. Earlier, I went through a brand questionnaire with a client, so I asked him a bunch of questions about his branding, and I already started the design process. I presented 3 different concepts to the client, and this is what we're going to take a look at today. And I would like to take the feedback from Mandy and apply to the new design, to the finished product. This is concept number 1, and as you can see, this typeface is a little long. I thought it will work really well because it's minimalistic, but still it's kind of, still it's kind of stylish, and it has some character to it.
Yeah.
And here I've created 3 different variations. As you can see, the E's here are completely different, and I have modified the typeface here to create something unique, so that you don't have just a typeface, as a logo. So I would like to show you how this logo would look like in context. So here are some colors that I have picked out that can be, associated with your branding. So later they can be either used on packaging. I know you wanted to keep the sticker for now a little bit black and white and a little bit more simple. So as you can see, this is the variation that might be relevant for this time, but for social media or for future prints, you might want to have something more colorful and use more color, like in the back that we discussed, or in the t-shirt, or in different social media assets as well. So this is concept number 1, and here I have some examples on how the stickers could look like, but this is not the final design now. This is just to kind of for you to understand how the logo could look like on the sticker that you're going to be using on the packaging.
Awesome.
Right?
I love it. This idea I like a lot so far. I like all of it. I like everything about it.
Yeah, and I remember you
I
were
have a
talking
suggestion on the letter E. I kind of like one of I like number 1 and number 2, like the letter E. I'm still not fixed if I want it on version 3 or I want it on version 1, but I do like it better because I feel like on version 2 it's hard to tell that it's an E.
Mm-hmm.
So I like 1 and 3, but I have to think about it because this is
okay. Yeah, no worries. I'm going to send you the presentation so you can take another look at it, and there is 6 more logos to follow. So so this is just the first concept. All right, so minimalistic but colorful, right? Let's keep that in mind. We have this logo with modified typeface, so it is going to be unique. Nobody's going to have the exact same logo as you. And we have these poppy colors that we can use, but we can also keep it black and white. Yeah. So, and you were also telling me about the tie-dye t-shirts that you wanted to print someday. So
actual t-shirts for the brand.
Yeah. So all right, so let's jump to the next concept, and concept number 2 will be way more minimalistic, blocky colors. As you can see, there is not much happening. There is just color and there's typeface. It's very to the point and very direct, very easy to understand branding, very easy to comprehend. So this is the inspiration board for this. As you can see, we have those blocky colors. They're pretty bright, and we have these sans serif typefaces that are pretty simplistic, but the way they're arranged kind of still keeps the branding interesting. So let's take a look at what logos I have here. Here I have created more of like a sans serif, a more simpler typeface. Again, we have some play here with different letters, which also kind of gives us the different variations of this typeface. And as you can see in version number 2, we have this kind of C that almost looks like
the most. I love it.
It looks almost like a mouth that's eating a fruit. You know how you're biting into an apple? So that was the thought behind this.
And I like the one in the middle, so it's just like center.
Yeah, and the C is also the center letter that, that, and also since the C is kind of larger than the O, it kind of reminds me of the co. So So it's like being together, you know, the co is like collaboration, cooperation.
Yeah.
So that also kind of has this, you know, thing.
Yeah, I like that.
Then number 2, the way you pronounce it, you say secos, secos, right? So,
Yeah.
so that's why this E is a little bit longer, so that, you know, it's easy to pronounce, and you know already what, you know, how to pronounce it. Yeah, and the third one, there's also this custom O that kind of also reminds of like a fruit on a plate maybe, or something. I mean, there is a lot of room for interpretation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's take a look how this logo can be adapted to the design. Here I have used variation number 3, but of course here again we can take a look at version 1 and 2 and see maybe if that's a better fit for that. But in all of those applications, well, the things that I'm showing you combined with the logo, of course we can use the other logos as well. So here are certain colors that I have picked for that, and here will be the application of the design. It will be very minimalistic. We would use a certain color for, you know, social media assets and so on. There would be no gradients. It will be just blocky colors and a lot of black and white. So in here we can use different colors. I thought yellow will be a really cool poppy color. We can also use a lime green here. It will work perfectly as well. Super minimalistic. And here's a little t-shirt mock-up, how that could look like, you know, when it's printed on it. Yeah, and since you were talking about black and white labels for your packaging, I think that logo could work really well here as well. All right.
I like it. I'm liking, but then I've looked at so much that I'm like, okay. But then we'll go over it at the end, and now.
Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, we can look over it again.
But I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too. All right, so let's jump to number 3. And this is the mood board for number 3. As you can see, there's a lot of color, there's a lot of shapes and patterns that are overlaid on top of each other. And here we can also play with different fruits that you're using. So I have created abstract patterns to represent the fruits that you're using, which I will show you in a little bit. Let's take a look at the logo I have designed here. The logo is super minimalistic. It's just certainly a very minimalistic logo. There is no symbolism whatsoever. It can be any type of brand basically. So this is the kind of surprise that I was thinking of, you know, to keep it so minimalistic that yeah, that you can actually make anything with this branding. That's something that you were also mentioning, that you might have different other products. And so yeah, so this logo is super minimalistic and super to the point, but I think these 3 different typefaces are just so beautiful, and I think they will work as well if you want to keep it very minimalistic. Now let's jump to the patterns. So here the more white pattern is the coconut. The ones that are shaped like that are the bananas. And then we have the elements from the pineapple, and we have some berries, you know, so those elements basically represent the different fruits that you're using.
This is super cute. I saw it. When I saw it, I could already tell that it was meant to be like modern fruits with the shapes.
Yeah, and so those colors can also be reused in the different graphics that we're going to produce for your social media or any other assets, or maybe your gift bag. So I already kind of created this gift bag to kind of give you an understanding how this could look like. And then on the labels, you see that the fruits are the little, you know, patterns that I've created are representing the fruits. So each fruit could have their own pattern, and then it could be also represented in the packaging.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. And I like the colors aren't so bright, but they're like still like pastel colors.
Yeah, they're a little bit more subtle, but there's a lot happening in terms of patterns. So you don't want to overpower both of these things, you know. So yeah, and here again, the logo is super simplistic, super minimalistic, but the colors kind of really give it more complexity and you know, make it more exciting.
I like the idea of the bag having the whole entire print all over and the name be in the middle. Like, I like that. I love the bag.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool to do something like that. But it doesn't exclude other ideas. So like we can even apply patterns to the other ideas as well if you would want that. All right, let's take a look at which one do you wanna like take a look at
So the
one of the other
letters that I like the most were the ones on the previous, the big one with the C. I like that. The big one with the C.
This one, version 2?
Loved. And then I loved the first presentation when you showed me all those color block, like that. I want to see like those letters on the, like that.
Ah, okay. See, this is interesting because every single concept has their certain features, but there's still a way to combine those, and there's still a way to translate those and put those together. So if you like, we can do that as a next step. I can show you these colors combined with the version 2 logo with the big C.
And then maybe if you can do like a pattern something, maybe that would be, because I do like the bags having like a pattern.
Yeah.
I don't know how can that be mixed with, because I know that number 1 has a lot of colors, so maybe patterns aren't like the best to combine it, but I like all of, like you said, like I like that I could use the black and white one, or that I could use the rest for social media. But the one with the pink and the neon green, like the one on top to the left, that I really like that one a lot.
Yeah, okay. So we can try the same colors, but with the other logo with the C, with a long C, right?
Yeah. And then I would like to see the one with the pink one and the green, but instead of being green letters, like the pink background and then like black letters.
Okay, yeah, sure. We can do that.
But I really like the green one at the bottom, I like the one in the corner with the, how do you call that? It's like the
gradient?
Ombre of the green and the yellow and the pink. Well, I love that one too.
I'm thinking if we decide for this color palette, it would be cool to use gradients. Even on the bag, it will be looking really cool if you have like colors kind of merging into another. And I'm thinking this is a really cool way to kind of show taste, because taste is never just one thing. It's developing and it's changing, you know, after a couple of seconds it can taste completely different. And also the way we perceive taste is always different for everybody. So I think this color concept using gradients would work super good.
Yeah, in the one that you showed me with the bag, I like the weird shapes that you created with the lila. There's like the bag, the shapes that are in the middle that are like a line like that.
Yeah,
whatever's going down.
Yeah,
I think the fruit, I know the fruits are shapes, but I feel like it's still putting me in a box of that's what I sell, and I don't want it to be just fruit. So I would want just like maybe artistic kind of like just like squiggles and
abstract,
and maybe like a splash or something, so that it's just neutral.
Interesting. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I think I have a lot of inputs from you. Let's go and jump into the next phase. I'm going to grab your feedback and apply it to the next design. And we're going to grab this version 2 logo, right? That was your favorite so far?
See, I love it.
Yeah. I'm going to send you the presentation, so no worries. You can take a look at it again. And if you want to sleep over it and to make the decision tomorrow, that's no problem at all.
Awesome.
So
be in contact with you.
Yeah, so for now, version 2 logo from concept 2, and we're going to combine it with the gradients. I'm going to show you different color combinations, and I would also like to show you how the gradient can be applied to a bag. Maybe we can include some similar shapes that we saw in concept 3 to the bag, but no fruit, so you know, just keep it more simple. I'm looking forward to apply your feedback to the next concept, and I'm going to talk to you soon.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Bye.
So now I'm taking the feedback of my client and I'm going to apply all the feedback to the new design. Enjoy watching the design process. I'm diving right into Illustrator, and you let me know in the comments below what you think about it.
Alright, let's get started. Usually I'm taking the logo from the previous artboards and then I'm applying it to different colors, trying the gradients that I was talking with Mandy about, using gradient mesh, and now I'm perfectionizing the logo so that it's already perfect and ready to go. Here I'm experimenting with a color palette, so I have set colors where the logo can go on. And I also like to put the logo on different other assets. Mandy was mentioning that he would like to have some other products in the future, so I'm trying to imagine other products that he might want to create. Here I'm experimenting with color and color, which can be also really cool in this concept. But of course, I am adding some of the gradients and gradient mesh. It's a super fun tool, by the way. Here I'm adding some shade in the background of the logo because Mandy was telling me that he would like some three-dimensionality in the logo. That's the reason why I'm experimenting with that as well. Now it's time for the business card. This is not the final design. This design is just there to show how the logo would look like on a business card potentially. It's always good to experiment, because why not? As you can see, I'm making a lot of changes and it will be changed again later on.
So now that I have applied the changes and I applied the feedback, I'm going to create a new presentation for the client and I'm going to present him with the new design.
For the presentation, it's very important to show the logo black on white, and I'm showing it in color combinations. Here are all the gradients that I've been applying and the logo on top. And then also it's important to present some mock-ups. He was mentioning a bag and t-shirts and of course the business card. It's always great to see your business card.
I'm really excited to see his reaction and to see if we can finalize the project and dive into the print files. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.